You okay? Everything okay? Oh my god. Get sat down. Get the tea ready.
These other damn influencers who go on vacations for 2 or 3 weeks. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
I honestly thought we were past this. Titties are shaking. Nobody could have anticipated the breakup of the meth-free situation. Honestly, just get sat down, let's talk about this, okay? First of all, very brief introductions. I am Johnkuckian. This is Kuckian's Courtroom, and today we have a major scandal involving Manny MUA, Laura Lee Kat's Pajamas, and Voldemort. Basically, they were in a little threesome trio for quite a long time, and this is something that a lot of you across the internet have some feelings on, but we're just going to stick to the story for now, and afterwards we can talk about the feelings, okay? Basically, Laura is allegedly producing her palette with Jeffree's company Killer Merch, okay? They're managing the storage, managing the distribution, managing the customer service from what I understand. And along with that, they're managing a bit more than that. And that's Laura Lee Kat's Pajamas Scandal Part 3. You'll get it this week. Beach. Not sponsored. Basically, it was Manny and Patrick. And Manny got a lot of his growth from being friends with Patrick, but then left Patrick to be friends with Jeffree. All these people have like a few million followers, a few million subscribers on YouTube and Instagram. I don't really want to go into specifics. Patrick, almost like a dark horse, kind of kept away from the drama, didn't appear to be involved with Jeffree. He's actually just celebrating his birthday now. Happy birthday, Patrick. But basically, oh my god, it's my birthday in literally the 22nd of November. It's my birthday in 9 days. Oh my god, that's weird. See, I'm so unprepared because I'm so busy working on everything that I'm like, oh, it's my birthday. Like, same thing happened with Halloween. Like, I've literally got so much Halloween makeup sat here that I haven't done a look with yet, and I will do, and it's going to be late. I don't even care. Wouldn't be the first time. But basically, it looked like Manny ditched Patrick to go and be friends with Jeffree. Patrick is now celebrating his birthday. That was like a year ago, and Patrick did not invite Laura or Manny, or Jacqueline, I don't think actually. But Manny and Laura, who have been inseparable from Jeffree and have been getting a lot of growth and circulation from being friends with him, much like Nikki Tutorials was.
It's hard to find a legit person these days that isn't crazy, catty, or makes me do a thing.
And has amazing quality product.
Yes.
And just people in general, like, it's rough to find friends, like,
I know, 100%, because people are crazy.
Yeah, they are.
It's, especially in our community, it's so, sometimes people can be so competitive. And so weird.
It's bizarre.
Well,
Before that whole thing burnt out, have basically appeared to have completely parted ways. Now, Jeffree did a rant a while ago on Snapchat about like people not posting for weeks and Manny hadn't really posted, and
These other damn influencers who go on vacations for 2 or 3 weeks. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
there's just been a lot of tension when Laura Lee, who is obviously friends with Manny and was friends with Jeffree from what we saw, released her palette. Jeffree didn't promote it. He didn't promote it on anywhere the day that it launched, as far as I remember, which is so strange considering he is involved in the process of the palette being distributed and a little bit more than that, allegedly. I'll show you the emails in that video. I don't really want to get, I don't want to kill the bombshell. Babes, man's not hot. Sorry, little outro. Outro? What's the difference between the intro and an outro? The in and out bit. Ha! Manny and Laura are currently in LA. They've been filming with Jacqueline Hill. To me, it seems quite obvious, and this is something that I did see spoken across the internet. Laura and Manny come across like followers. Some people are leaders, some people are followers. Jeffree and Jacqueline are definitely leaders. I don't think there's one that's better than the other, being a leader or a follower, but in the instance of those two people, you can see obviously that they do have their own sort of paths. They're not kind of relying on other people, both of them. Manny and Laura, however, have always been people's sidekicks. That's how I remember anyway. Manny was first of all like Patrick's sidekick, then he became Jeffree's pet, and then that's kind of just how things have gone. And so it seems like the second that Manny's disassociated temporarily or permanently from Jeffree, he's now moved on to the next person, which would be Jacqueline, which is very, very strange because we've already spoken about this, about Jacqueline bitching about Jeffree and Manny before in the past. Anyway, basically the whole thing is just basically the point of the situation is that it's just shady. It just seems like social climbing, people passing each other on, people bitching about each other that they're friends with. It wouldn't be a new one.
The Shooketh palette comes out this fall. Okay, mascara.
Mascara.
The lips are drying. We're setting.
Wait,
Manny has 0.
none.
He's a virgin.
I'm a virgin.
I am so glowing already. I'm like,
no, literally like glow.
I haven't had in a cold, sterile studio.
Sterile.
So I thought we'd very SPF-y, like sunscreen. This like a peacock, greeny blue,
it's like a peacock.
teal.
It totally is like a peacock.
Stay together.
Stay together.
We're all different, obviously.
Yeah, everyone's different.
This is not the worst mask I've ever worn.
No, same.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I feel hydrated, but I could have just put on a moisturizer.
Moisturizer, same.
I'm not really into that.
Same.
Yay! We went out of our comfort zone.
Like jumped out of our comfort zone.
My makeups are so sore.
So sore.
We've hung out a few times.
Yeah, a few times.
She's pigmented.
Oh my god, it's literally so pigmented.
It was really fun.
It was actually really, really fun.
Which is so cool.
It's so cool.
Basically, about a year ago, around this exact time, Jeffree allegedly said to someone that I know that Manny was boring and had nothing to offer, which was obviously strange because they spent so much time together. They then went on to do a collaboration, so obviously Jeffree did find something that Manny had to offer because they did their liquid lipsticks and their highlighter. Obviously, we all know...
It was really fun.
It was actually really, really fun.
Which is so cool.
It's so cool.
What the formula was like on the highlighters and how it was oily, and someone actually sent me one because they were so unhappy with it, and it was like gritty on your fingers. I don't want to come across as shady, just go and watch any review and you can see them doing it, but it's just weird. But basically, the story went on. They did their full collaboration, and I almost think Manny was testing the water because Manny was thinking of doing his own makeup line with Jeffree, which is what I do believe has now happened because of some receipts that have come to me. Stuff that Manny posted on Twitter, which I will share with you in Cat's Pajamas Part 3. Laura's just on her palette, and Manny has announced that he's coming out with some makeup in January, so it does look incredibly suspicious that, from what you said, it sounds like he is doing it with Jeffree's company, that Jeffree's involved in Kill 'Em Edge LLC, so that's very, very strange. I honestly don't have any tea or any shade towards Laura or Manny. I know we cover them in stories because they always do really stupid, messed up things, but I kind of feel like we're oil and water, and I don't hate them. I honestly don't think about them outside of my videos, but we're just very different types of people. Even though I'm so different to both of them, I almost feel like even if Laura and Manny had decided to launch their own independent makeup lines, even if it was a disaster and everything went wrong, I think I would have still had some respect for them, and I think people would have been forgiving of mistakes because it was their first time and they were really doing it by themselves. And that's how I feel. And to be honest with you, if they were doing things completely independently, of course we would have still looked into the scandal, but at the same time I would have had a much more forgiving attitude considering that they weren't really involved with anyone else. However, I kind of feel like they've really pooed on themselves, you know? Like, in honesty, if Manny brought out like lipsticks and there was a massive problem with them, they were smelly, or it's just something like that, I think it would be a scandal, but it wouldn't be like, oh, we hate Manny, we can't be asked with Manny, Manny's cancelled. It'll just be like, oh, maybe he'll do better next time. Do you know what I mean? Whereas with this situation now, because they seem to be doing it through Jeffree, it kind of just feels anticlimactic. This is the same Jeffree that's released products with hair in the highlighters. We've had all the problems with the liquid lipsticks. We've had all the inconsistencies. We had the package that arrived covered in ants. You know, I don't really need to rename every single Jeffree scandal that we've covered, but it's not a cosmetics line that I would put anywhere near my face personally. So again, that's just my personal thoughts on the situation. It seems like they've both ditched, and Jeffree was doing all these Snapchats about being away from these people, not being involved with them, getting rid of negativity, and they seem to have run away and done something else. Jeffree spoke about unfollowing people, and it looks like Jeffree has unfollowed Manny and Manny has unfollowed Jeffree on Instagram, which again is really, really strange considering that Manny is allegedly launching a makeup line through Jeffree's company in January. So it looks very turbulent. At the same time all of this was happening, Nikita was in a massive fight with Jeffree. That's the one with the black face on the Jeffree campaign. I almost feel like he intentionally destroys his friends' reputations through bad collaborations and bad marketing so that they get degraded down to his level of like racism or whatever you want to drag him for, like his generally just not nice behavior towards people. I almost feel like he does that intentionally to people so that they're kind of like an equal level playing field. Do you know what I mean? Is that just me? I struggle to understand why every single one of his friends he would do something to bring them down publicly. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really struggle to think why Laura's palette turned out so bad, why she allegedly made like 20,000 units, which seems excessive. I don't think she sold out. I think she sold about 4,000 through Morphe and about 5,000 to 8,000 through her own website. That's my understanding. So I don't think she's anywhere near selling out 20 to 25,000 units that were manufactured. But that's just my basic tea. I don't have the exact numbers. That's just some stuff that's come to me from the inside different places. I think he's intentionally messing his friends over. I do, with the bad palette, with the Manny highlighter. Maybe they caught on, maybe they were sick of it, maybe they had a fight. One thing that I saw going across the internet that people were saying is that Jeffree's a very toxic friend, and when you first make friends with him, he will shower you in gifts. Like with Tati, when Tati first made friends with him, she, you know, received, was it a Louis Vuitton handbag in the post, and it was this beautiful Louis Vuitton handbag, and she was like, wow.
You guys will not even believe what I am carrying right now. I kind of think this is crazy. Yes, I just received a random, unexpected package in the mail from Louis Vuitton containing this. So this bag was a gift from Jeffree Star, which is just so incredible and really, really generous. I've never received such a nice gift. I am going to treasure it. I'm going to love her. I'm going to treasure her. I've never owned a Louis Vuitton bag in my whole life. We've been hanging out and getting to know each other, and anyway, I thought it was a box of makeup. I legit was like, oh yeah, some liquid lipsticks. Not that I don't love Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks, but I mean, come on. This is art.
Tati then went on to do collaborations with Jeffree. She really alienated a large portion of her audience. She started fighting with them, defending him, and it really got her in a lot of trouble because people have their own feelings and you can't tell people what to think. Like you just can't, like as much as you want to. I could meet someone tomorrow that I think is a fantastic person, but if you don't like them, that's your choice and I can't say you're wrong. That's your opinion and you're entitled to it. Do you see what I mean? And so he seems like he kind of lathers you in gifts, but the second things go wrong, he almost turns it against you. It's like he buys you as a person and he buys you as a friend, and that's how it seemed with Laura and with Manny and with Nikki. It seemed like they were very taken back by the money. He almost brings people in and bathes them in this idea of how much money he has, looking after them, and then once he's purchased them, he'll use them for some videos, like with Nikki, with Manny, with Laura, and then when he wants more from them, they're not willing to give it, or when things go tits up and they critique him, he just turns around and cuts them off or comes for them, you know? That's how it seems to me. It's a very sort of wolf in sheep's clothing situation.
As earlier, I tweeted something out, and I just kind of want to talk about the subject because I think a lot of the times you tweet something, it's 2 sentences, and people always nowadays take it, run with it, and make it their own thing. And it's like, do I gotta clarify everything? But I really do, because I think it's an important topic, and I think it's cool to talk about growing and changing mentally and just being in a new headspace. So earlier, I tweeted out that I was doing a social media purge. I was deleting a lot of fake people, pieces of shit in the beauty community, and I just have my head in a different space. So what did I mean by that? Now, the problem with the internet, everyone wants to start the witch hunt. Who did Jeffree unfollow? What's the tea? What's going on? Take a step back and realize that if I have a real friendship with someone in real life, just like you guys, and you have problems with your best friends, or not that I'm having problems with my best friends, but
again, that's just my conspiracy though, that's just me on the entire situation. Jeffree basically created Nikita, not to be shady, but she really didn't have an active following before Jeffree. Maybe people knew who she was now and again, but the YouTube really didn't get any views. She really wasn't that well known. We did the original video quite a long time ago where she was posting some tweets about me, and I've got no shade towards her, but we researched her, and we researched that she only gets growth when someone promotes her. Like, she's never really, from my opinion, had organic growth on YouTube. And I don't know if it's the same on Instagram. But she went through, and I don't know if she archived or deleted every single picture with Jeffree, which is so petty. Like, on her Instagram, I don't know what happened between them. Then Jeffree went on Instagram story, getting his makeup done somewhere, and he said, oh, girls think they're being smart, or she thinks she's being smart, but he didn't name the person. Like, oh, people are trying me, I don't care, I'm not bothered. People think they're being smart, but I don't care. And that's what it looked like. It looked like he was talking directly about her. Jeffree was not a happy bunny about the situation. Jeffree then went onto Twitter, causing loads of drama. He did a Snapchat rant like, I'm deleting people, unfollowing people, obviously making drama. I don't know if his circulation was down, if his sales were down. He then goes to Twitter and is like, you're all disgusting for trying to figure out who I'm talking about. Why are you trying to cause drama? Do you see what I mean? He's like, he's the type of person that would shit in the street and be like, why are you all staring? Honestly thought we were past this. And so at that time people were thinking, and we think it was about Jaclyn Hill. It looked like he cut off Jaclyn Hill for all the stuff that she'd been obviously doing and saying about him. She was like half-heartedly promoting his products, but then equally ripping into him the other half of the time. And she kind of treated him a bit like a subpar dog. Whenever she was talking to him on social media, it was always very passive and dismissive. So it was kind of funny watching all of that happen, but he really doesn't seem like he has many people left, which makes me think, who's going to be the next victim? Who's the next person in line whose engagement is down, needs that Jeffree promotion? Do you know what I mean? Because it will ultimately have a massive negative impact on the long term. But if you are that desperate, then you sell your soul to the devil. Do you know what I mean? That's how it comes across. Nikita did it, and look at her now, you know? I don't know how well she's actually doing. I know she brought out a synthetic wig line, which she was selling for, was it $140 for a synthetic wig? Please tell me down below what you think about the situation. This has really been brewing. This has been coming to me so often. My Snapchat is just johnkuckian. My Instagram is johnkuckian. And it comes to me a lot in my comments and in my personal messages on Snapchat that you've all been saying, what on earth is happening? First Nikita, and basically when he posted this rant, when Jeffree posted this rant saying, you know, unfollowing, deleting people, Nikita posted a picture saying, unfollow me. Which is a bit like we used to say strike me, because I used to always copyright strike my videos. Do you remember? I used to get so angry. But that turned into a massive thing. I think he learned not to do that because of how much drama we kicked up as a community when he started doing that, because he would one after another just copyright strike my videos illegally, and we kicked off. Like, we spread like wildfire. I was so proud. Like, I didn't even say anything. I just remember going onto like Twitter, which I don't really use that often. I just remember going onto Twitter and seeing my mentions full of Kuckian army, and I was like, oh my god, like, It warmed my heart. It honestly did that you were defending me. I honestly don't know the exact reason why they've broken up. I think it was a business deal gone wrong. I think that Jeffree's really messed Laura over with the palette, and I think he's probably done something similar to Manny.
Attitude, or you find out who someone really is, because there's a lot of snakes in this makeup community. It's okay to unfollow people. It's okay to not want to see their content. But the problem is a lot of people want to always know the drama. Everyone feeds into negativity. And I've been definitely someone that has mixed myself into that shit. Sometimes without knowing it, sometimes without thinking clearly. And it's okay. We all make mistakes. But just because I unfollow someone doesn't mean we have to go on a witch hunt of who did he unfollow? Why? And everyone always wants to know why. Imagine having a falling out with someone that you've known for 6 months, and then it's blasted all over maybe your family's Facebook or in your circle. It gets old. So imagine being amplified by millions of people, okay? So just be in my shoes for a second. I don't always want to address things and talk about why I don't like someone, and I shouldn't have to.
And I think that's why they've both packed up and run. I think that's why they're now with Jackie, who's obviously the alter ego. It's like having two devils. Which one do you pick? Obviously, we had the same thing with Nikita. I think we had the same thing with a couple of other people. So it really looks like a lot of people are either dumping Jeffree or Jeffree's dumping them. It looks like it's a mix of both, to be honest with you. I think Jeffree's making the odd bit of impact, but I almost feel like it's a retaliation to other people slowly, politely rejecting him as friends. And I think he's kind of making a statement, acting like he was the one to end the friendship. That's how it comes across to me. It's all been happening very secretly, and it's very strange because the same thing with Nikki's tutorials, when the whole thing collapsed and everything broke up, there wasn't really...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there was no public real talk of what actually happened, which was very, very strange. Like, Nikki just suddenly went quiet and started focusing on her own lane. And now she's doing well. Same thing, you know, look at Patrick, for example. Like, this is what I find quite funny. Okay, Laura and Manny, or at least Manny, definitely ditched Patrick to go for Jeffree because Jeffree was like, numbers, numbers, numbers. Now Patrick is signing deals with MAC, you know? And it's not like a Laura Lee lipstick that MAC are going to do to quickly try and boost their circulation and not actually promote. They just leave it to Laura to promote. This is like MAC doing an actual featured collaboration with Patrick Star, you know? It seems like he didn't sell his soul to the devil. Maybe he's a bit of a bitch. I mean, there's no question. We've all seen the stories of him not being so nice to people in person publicly, but generally as a person, he seems like he's hardworking, seems like he focuses, and seems like he doesn't get involved in the petty stuff. And I think for that, we do have to have some respect for him, absolutely. And it's kind of just like if Laura and Manny had stayed in their own lane and hadn't got mixed up with that, they could be doing some really big things right now. Like, of course they've got insane growth and they've made an insane amount of money through their collaborations, that quick cash, but in terms of the long-term reputation, I don't know if they can recover from the damage that they've done through like Manny defending Jeffree's racism and all the previous stuff that we've already covered over the past year. Do you know what I mean? It's just weird. Like, I almost feel like Jeffree's getting ready to retire. I kind of feel like the game is up, and I think he's been putting his effort into other ventures like this killer merch company, and he's almost giving up on his makeup line. I feel like his sales are down. I feel like people don't really care that much anymore. I feel like people are bored of the controversy. Like, it was great for like the first 3 years that he would constantly be fighting with another black girl for the sake of controversy and circulation. But I kind of feel like after Makeup Shayla, after Jackie Aina, I kind of feel like people are bored. I kind of feel like people are really bored of his BS, you know? And I kind of feel like it's his controversy that keeps him relevant. And when he doesn't have controversy, he's no longer relevant. And he's already made enemies of most of the big people. Nikki, now, you know, it appears like Manny and Laura. And it's kind of like, well, who has he got left to pick a fight with, you know? And I want to share something with you really quickly. Obviously, my launch venue has changed, the 25th of November. If you do want to come to my launch party, tickets are still available on kuckian.co, but it's different now. It's going to be something more intimate, something like a restaurant. I've already spoken in my last video. If you were interested, just go and watch it. I opened my play button, but I want to show you my solid lipstick formula. It's in a generic factory tube, and I don't want you to see it because I feel like it's going to give a bad association. But I just want to show you how beautiful this is, okay? So this is what I'm wrapping it in, so you can't see the tube. You know, I'm very picky about tubes, finishes, stuff like that. It's literally the most opaque formula. It's absolutely stunning. It's hydrating. It's gorgeous. It's not at all bitty. It kind of just looks like natural skin, but better, like hydrated natural skin. Another reason this is also going to be a while is because one of the ingredients isn't something that you can just buy. It's something quite special, and I'm not going to give too much away, but you'll be hearing about that soon. And I'd rather just tell you now because I know some of you OGs are going to watch the video in like a few months time, hopefully. I'm not going to compare it to other formulas, but like Chanel, YSL, I honestly feel like I don't even compare them. Like, it's the most gorgeous, smooth, hydrating, comfortable formula, and it also has a really, really good cause behind it. But we'll get onto that another time. Anyway, I'm so happy to be back. Please let me know what you think about the situation. I'm honestly shaken. Pepper, you shaken? Yes, bitch. Pepper's honestly shook. For you, it's literally my birthday in like 9 days or something, which is insane. I'm gonna get another PO box. Please don't send me any parcels, but if you want to write to me, last year I honestly had so much fun opening letters. So I'm probably gonna post in the next few days a PO box in one of my descriptions. I always have a link there, but I'll actually get a new one where I live now, and you can write to me if you want to write to me and send me a letter. But again, please don't send anything of value. It's not for that, it's literally for letters to write to me, that's it. And yeah, if you are coming to my makeup launch in Birmingham, I'll see you there. It's gonna be more of a birthday, like a really chilled out birthday thing. If you have any tea on this situation, you can email me anonymously at johnkuckian@gmail.com, and I will keep you super secretive as always. I posted a picture on Instagram of my play button, okay? So I want to show you. So yeah, I've just been replying to comments to that all day, but I'm just so proud. I'm just so happy. I don't know why. I'm just a happy beach. I hope the drama is okay. I hope you haven't been too scalded, and I will see you in the next video. If you haven't already subscribed, honestly don't know what you're doing, just get it over and done with and click the bell to get notifications. It's so important. I want to do the Jackie Aina noise that she makes. You know, she's like, Jackie. I want to do like a remix. Are you ready? Okay, I'm finished. Bye.
Yeah.